So when we're talking about creativity, can you talk about that journey for you? Because we've heard about your golfer aspects of who you are, the business aspects of who you are, but I'm not sure that everyone knows about that creative aspect of who you are.
Yeah. Well, first off, we have to do a little shout out to Greg Kimball.
Oh yeah,
Kimball,
guest.
yes. Yeah. Keep Music Going, KMG Studios. He was a former guest and a brother, and so thanks to him, I really got to explore my creativity and really learn about a side of me that I suppressed for a long time. I started doing music a little bit in high school, and I went to a little bit in college in the beginning, and some shenanigans happened, and I got a little bit embarrassed, to be honest. I kind of got made fun of for it and things like that, and so I took it a little too personal. I was just immature, didn't know any different at that point, and still needed to develop a thicker skin for sure. And so it was really nice. Once I had my back injury with golf, I really I didn't have any other, my identity, we had talked about this, my identity was so locked in golf. And so when that was perceived to be pulled away from me, I was like, what else can I do? I'm bedridden here with a back injury. I can't really move. There's not much I can do. At that point, Netflix wasn't that expansive,
Yeah.
So this was back in 2010, 2011, right? Yeah. And so, I kind of got a piano and just started playing and just kind of watching some YouTube videos and taught myself how to play and started writing my own music, and that kind of somehow led me to connect with Greg. And, Greg genuinely connected with my music, which was nice. I just wasn't sure, based on what had happened previously, if I was setting myself up to be made fun of again, or because it is so vulnerable. When we are creative, we forget that that's actually us expressing ourselves, and so it is us being vulnerable, whether that is music or cooking or art. I mean, it is expressiveness. It's art, us taking our heart and placing it out externally for someone else to experience. And so looking back, I didn't ever view it in that way, but now being able to reflect, it really is a very vulnerable experience.
Yeah, you're gifting a part of yourself, and so you have to be ready for that.
Yeah.
But Greg connected with it.
He did.
And all it does, it takes, even if nobody connects with it, can you be okay? Yeah. Just sharing that part of yourself out, because it might not be immediate. Look at some of the most famous artists, like painters and artists in the world. It wasn't until they were gone that people really started to connect with their work, because they were that far ahead of their time. And so, can we be okay sharing that aspect of our soul, knowing that it might not be appreciated for generations or ever, but that's okay, because it's just us expressing who we are.
Right.
But in your case, you did have someone who appreciated it, and you created an album.
Yeah, which was a beautiful experience. I mean, at that point, I really struggled with confidence, and Greg really helped me out to understand how to build confidence. I mean, I saw Greg is just crazy talented with anything, pretty much with anything. He's just really good at a lot of things, but he happens to be exceptional at singing and music and anything that has to do with music, whether it's recording, mixing, mastering, harmonies. His singing 5 octaves, it's crazy. And so when I'm listening to him, and then he turns around and tells me that I have potential, it's like it was actually hard to hear. So it was a good experience to break through and find confidence in myself and something other than golf, and start to recognize that my identity is not just tied to one thing. And so I feel like he did a really good job of helping me through and kind of separate myself. But truly what he was doing was helping me understand myself. And through the process, it was amazing. Just through the album, initially with the songs I wrote in the beginning towards the songs I wrote at the end, co-writing songs with him, I found a lot of maturity. I got to find my voice. I got to find out what I actually desired to express. And at first it was very much, well, what does everyone else want to see me as? And by the end it turned out as, well, that's not what I want to do this for. What is it that I desire to share, regardless of what, whether it's views or, because, Facebook was starting to pick up, YouTube was really starting to pick up, singers and songwriters were being found on YouTube. And so it was kind of the start of this whole, click approach of like, wanting to find it in that way versus the typical going into the store and, buying a CD kind of thing. So, not getting caught into that and really kind of saying, well, what does this mean for me?